Hi guys, welcome back. This is the top video, so if you want the equipment and everything that is in the first video, it'll be linked below. Okay, so here we are. I used an old leather jacket to make the base for this. And I put a piece of interfacing over the top and started sketching out where the different pieces needed to be. As you can see, I've laid the zip down so that I can get the right height. And I'm just making the different panels for each piece, and I keep going back to the reference pictures. The middle piece is the one at the end is black, then the next one red, and the next one white. And I'm basically just sketching all of those out. You'll see later in the video them all cut out and laid down, and feel free to use that as like a reference guide. And here I'm just cutting them out. Oh, so fun. I only made one because obviously it's mirrored on the other side. So now I'm moving the jacket a little bit so I can get this side piece for under the arm. You might need to make this a little bit longer than I did because the short sleeve goes a lot higher up than these long sleeves do when I put it all together, so it ended up being like different lengths at the side to the front and the back. Just please make sure all your pieces are level, which I didn't do. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the back. Once again, I'm just using one piece because it's all mirrored. I'm just gonna double it over. So I'm just tracing out the back. As you can see, I'm using a reference picture here. She looks beautiful in that reference picture. So it's basically just one big red piece that tapers down to the middle. Here we go, we're gonna see it. No, I did it wrong. There we go. Taper down to the middle, and then the white piece, and then a little black piece, and then the other piece will be from under the arm that I cut out earlier. And then I'm just marking out the sleeve. And you want to cut the sleeve. I've made the sleeve like that, but you want to cut it in half lengthwise, like where you can see the seam on my jacket. That way, and the top will be one colour and the bottom will be another. Here, I'm just cutting it all out. These videos are a mess, but hopefully you can get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm also really sorry if you can hear that noise outside. I have my windows open. It is boiling. This project took a hot minute as well. Like this, took forever. So apparently I'm still cutting everything out. Oh, there we go. So I just put the red faux leather from the last video. So if you want to see all the ingredients, all the other pieces, go see the other video and they'll be in the description. Ignore my football shirt that I'm wearing. It was a football game day. So as you can see, I just folded the fabric in half so I could get one whole piece. And it's apparently taking me forever to cut this. I didn't speed this up. Oops. Yay. This is going to take a while. Yay! Okay, so as you can see, I cut the sleeves in half like I said, and I'm making one small one of the red and one big one of the red, and making sure I do them on the folds. As you can see, the pattern's folded again, so that I will make one full piece. Snip, snip. And then this is not folded, it has a clean cut down the edge, and I just want two pieces of the exact same. As you can see, I marked it red. This is the piece next to the black, and I cut it out. Please as well, if you are adding an inch seam allowance, I sort of didn't really use measurements for this piece, but if you are adding roughly an inch, please make sure that you sew to the inch, because I ended up having to take this in a lot as well as the skirt because I didn't measure properly. Like that, did you see? I literally just drew like a massive blob and then it didn't fit. These are the little like pocket things that I'm cutting out now. Yeah, I'm very messy with all this. There's definitely a way you could do it with much more precision, but I don't know, I just eyeball things. And then this is the black piece. Again, it's folded in half, but it's two separate sheets. So you need two of each of these things. These pieces, I don't know. You will see all laid out in a second, don't worry. Okay, so now we're doing the white piece. Again, it's the raw edge, I'm going to call it, because it sounds more professional. But then I'm just drawing around it. I'm literally just using a normal marker. Oh look, this time I actually decided to draw around the actual thing. Well done me. Also, if you want it to be more curved like hers, you might need to make the curve a little bit bigger, as it didn't show up as much as I'd like it to. This is my first time making anything like this. I'm not a professional. Sorry, don't come for me if it doesn't turn out right. again, I think I just pinned these pieces together. There we go, yeah. This is the, like, a back, little white back panel piece. And I'm drawing around it. I don't know why this piece is also curved. I could not tell you. Whoop, there we go. And then we cut it out. Okay, now I'm using the little sleeve piece and cutting that out on the white. This edge is folded, just like the red piece before. I probably should have done this as an actual talking video, but it literally took so long and there was so much footage I couldn't. So this piece is also folded. If you can, don't do the little curved part where my thumb is, because that just caused problems with the shoulder pads later, and I ended up having to remove the shoulder pads because I'd done that. So maybe just keep it flat and it will work a lot better. But again, this is on a folded edge because this is going over the shoulder and down the front. Don't do that part that I've just cut there. That was pointless. And I'm cutting it out. Boom! It would help if you didn't have that piece in the way, Kim. Okay, so here you're going to see how I just laid it all out and the different pieces. Feel free to screenshot, pause, like, measure it out for reference of these pieces. Yeah, I don't think I actually measured any of the pieces. I just eyeballed it. I'm sorry. This is me trying to figure out where they all fit. And there we go. That is the top. That's the main pattern. I don't know why there's such a long video of that. And then I'm just taking the...
In 1975, a man took a stand
I'm
to
putting
help more
the
people
leather
become
sides
successful
together, and
investors.
then
So we started a company, recognised for friends and good value.
putting it down, all the way down, making sure to keep the curved edge because hers is curved in. As you can see up on the side, on top of the little red button box, I've already pinned most of the stuff together. I sewed a full half before I filmed this part. I wanted to make sure it was right. And that's me just sewing down. I got a new sewing machine. This is my grandma's. It gets the top done. It's really good actually. And then I'm just attaching the zip to the inside of the block, and I'm folding the block over to create like a little, like, I don't know what it's called, but I'm calling it a front piece. Because theirs is folded over, it's nice and then the button got stuck, and then I got really frustrated. And you're going to
Place to come and play. And that, you know, they'll play the same way. As long as the manager signs, he still hasn't signed yet. Long as that remains okay and everything stays the same, that's where they'll be the aim will be European football. And I think rightly so. First.
So then I'm doing the same thing on the red part. I'm not folding it face to face. I'm literally folding some of the black in, so it creates a little ledge, and then pushing it down, and I'm going to sew straight over the top of that. Can you see? That's that folded in. Probably not, but then the worse the camera angles. And then I just sew straight down it with some black thread. Please make sure your thread is black for this. It doesn't matter when it's on the inside. And then I'm sewing this where I felt it fit. Goes on the edge of the white onto the red. And as you can see, I'm arguing with my sewing machine again. There we go. And then, oh, my dog moved the camera. How nice of it. Okay. And then I'm just rounding the top of the black off, and I'm folding it over to create a hem. So it looks all nice and neat. There we go. And I did this a couple of times because it was stressing me out. There we go. Finally worked. This is so sped up. So the sleeve, oh my gosh. Okay, so I've tried to slow this down as much as I can. So I've taken the big, long blue piece, and I've pinned the inside of the sleeve to it. This is the the red piece, I believe, like the big red piece that I'm sewing on the top, and it goes like halfway down the thing, so you'll be able to see in a second. And then I'm sewing the white on the inside to the, like, the leather sides together. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then I'm sewing it down halfway down the blue, not all the way down, because the blue is going to go onto the main jacket bodice. There's my dog's head. Hi. She obviously wants to get past, but she can't because my cupboard door's open. Okay. I was scared I'd have to slow this piece down again, but I'm just sewing the white piece to the blue. The dog moved the camera again. She drives me nuts. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. You really can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just making a sleeve. I know it's too complicated. I probably should have slowed it down. I'll have to talk through the next one better. And then I turn them the right way round. And then I'm just sewing the other sleeve shut because it wasn't sewn fully shut. And now I'm pinning the sleeve to the jacket. I'm pinning the red sleeve to the left hand side and the blue sleeve to the right hand side. As you can see, the blue sleeve is already joined on. I'm just sewing it. I'd already pinned it together. Or apparently not, because the sewing machine stopped working again. Sewing machines are the bane of my existence. Yay, new day. So if this footage looks dodgy, it's because I did it in time lapse and I had to slow it down. So I'm just sewing the black small rectangle piece to the white piece, right sides together like usual, and then I'm taking the next white piece, the small white piece, and sewing that to the black. As you can see, these aren't all equal lengths, and it made it really difficult later on to fix it all. And then the white piece also actually goes all the way up to the little blue like dangly piece on the sleeve, so I sewed that on there too. I probably should have sewed the sleeve on last because that was annoying. Okay, so that's me sewing the sleeve. For some reason, I add the little black piece here, but it didn't film me adding the big red piece, but it's the same process. I just sewed it right side on, like the other sides together, so it would fold out. I didn't film that because I was stressed. Okay, so now I'm making the shoulder pads. Again, I had to slow this down. This is the blue fabric. I just cut out a basic rectangle and then made the sort of oblong shape out of cardboard and cut 2 pieces of blue for each cardboard piece. There we go. And then I just used high-tack glue to glue them together. This probably wasn't the best idea. This part didn't work. Don't do this. I gave up and ended up just sandwiching it on top of each other, as you'll see in some clips. I recommend using like a foam or something so you can sew through it, because I attached these to the top, which I don't show, using Velcro, and that didn't work, so they just fell off during my TikToks. Here I'm cutting the edges and neatening them up. And then I'm going to paint Evie's symbol. I hand painted all of the symbols on here. So I painted this little heart and I just printed it over onto the other one. I didn't realise how wonky I'd done it until afterwards. And then I added little gold detailing. This is also on the zipper side of the skirt too. And yeah, that's just me freehanding the design. I locked all this in place with Mod Podge, but I don't think I filmed that either. And this is me hand painting the Evie's 4 hearts by memory onto the skirt because I was filming on my phone. So I didn't have a reference picture. I just sort of tried to remember it best I could. It's probably wrong, but it's fine. As you can see, the back of the skirt's very messed up because it was way too big and I had to like take it in. Yeah. And I just Mod Podged this as well so that it all looked nice and neat. Yeah, the iron's not great. And here is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave any comments down below. Yeah,